Working with iRadio means engaging with communities at a grassroots levels. Your message will resonate with listeners in various locations, fostering meaningful interactions and driving brand awareness.
Comprehensive coverage with stations in strategic locations like Reng, Malakal and Baliet. iRadio offers comprehensive coverage that reaches both urban centers and remote areas. Your partnership with iRadio ensures visibility across a wide geographic area.
Don't miss out on the opportunity to amplify your message with iRadio. Partner or advertise with us today and make your voice heard across South Sudan.
Live from Juba, on air and online.
This is iRadio News.
Hello, good morning. This is iRadio News. First, here are the headlines. The United People's Alliance, a party to the Kenyan-led peace talks for South Sudan, has accused the government of sabotaging peace efforts after the head of the government delegation to the Tumaini initiative declared the process as dead. The Council of Ministers of Central Equatorial State has approved a draft budget of 72.3 billion South Sudan pound for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. And the Joint Security Force in Melut County of Upper Nile State has recovered a stolen property belonging to a local company in Paloch Payam. These stories and more coming to in this news bulletin with me, Lasuba Memo, and now the news in detail. The United People's Alliance, a party to the Kenya-led peace talks for South Sudan, has accused the government of sabotaging peace efforts after the head of the government delegation to the Tumaini initiative declared the process dead. In a statement to iRadio last week, Kolmanyang Juk argued that most of the concerns and demands raised by the opposition have already been addressed in the peace agreement. Kwal described the Tumaini document, suggesting the Leadership Council to be the highest organ of the government as a coup. According to Kwal, some opposition members have been staying outside the country for years, renting or buying villas, a movie question given that they had not declared their sources of income during the tenure in the government. He added that the government of South Sudan also questioned its Kenyan counterpart for allowing the United People's Alliance to form a military wing in Nairobi, citing the East African Community Bloc Treaty. In response, the UPA has condemned the statement. According to the group, the government deliberately derailed the Tumaini initiative by replacing its delegation midway and ultimately abandoning the talks. The alliance accuses the Juba regime of preparing to extend its rule by dismantling peace agreements, including the revitalized access. The UPA also alleges that the current government has rather staged a political coup against the 2018 peace deal by detaining key opposition leaders without due process. In its statement, the UPA vowed to intensify efforts to bring lasting peace to South Sudan. The Council of Ministers of Central Equatorial State has approved a draft budget of 72.3 billion South Sudan pound for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. The decision was made during an extraordinary cabinet meeting held on Monday at the State Secretariat, chaired by General Emmanuel Adil, General Rabi Mujung. The governor of Central Equatorial State is speaking to the media after the meeting. Jacob Aligo Loladu, acting Minister of Information and Communication, said the budget was endorsed following the presentation of a memo by Salah Rajab. Jacob Aligo, rather. He stated, and I quote, "Cabinet has deliberated on and passed a draft budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal budget estimated at SSP 72.3 billion. The approval also covers the draft task rate, schedules and appropriation bill for the same period with several amendments," end quote. The draft budget will now be forwarded to the State Legislative Assembly for ratification. In addition to budget discussions, the Council also reviewed a security briefing from the State Minister of Local Government and Law Enforcement Agency. The briefing addressed the recent attack by a All-Out group on an SSPDF base in Bazi, Morobo County on Sunday. The Minister raised concerns about the increasing security threats posed by such groups, particularly in the border areas of the state. A joint security force in Melud County, Upper Nile State, has recovered a stolen property belonging to a local company in Paloch Payam. The recovered items include copper, iron sheets, metal materials, black rolling mats, and several barrels of white diesel, among other valuable equipment. The Commissioner Manyol Ahoj Aguer Malek praised the security forces for their swift and effective response. He urged continued vigilance in protecting both public and private property across the county. Paloch Payam Administrator Monbai also commended the security personnel for what he described as a job well done, stating the importance of community cooperation in maintaining law and order. Authorities have not yet disclosed details about the suspects or whether any arrests have been made, but investigations are reportedly ongoing. This is our Radio Morning News, and now to the international scene. India has called Donald Trump's threat of substantially higher tariffs over its purchase of oil from Russia unjustified and unreasonable. In a post on Truth Social, the U.S. president warned he would raise levies, saying India don't care how many people in Ukraine are being killed by the Russian war machine. India is currently among the largest buyers of Russian oil. It has become an important export market for Moscow after several European countries cut trade with Russia, launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Trump did not specify what the new tariff would be, but it comes just days after he unveiled a hefty 25% levy on India. Finally, Brazil's Supreme Court has ordered that the former right-wing president Jair Bolsonaro be put under house arrest. He is standing trial over allegations he plotted a coup, which he denies. The judge in charge of investigating Bolsonaro, Alexandre de Moraes, said the decision was because Bolsonaro hadn't complied with restraining orders put on him last month. In response to the order, Bolsonaro's legal team denied breaching any restraining order and said they would appeal the ruling, according to the Reuters news agency. In a statement on X, the U.S. State Department said it condemns the court order and will hold accountable all those aiding and abetting sanctioned conduct. This is iRadio Morning News, and to end this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. The United People's Alliance, a party to the Kenya-led peace talks for South Sudan, has accused the government of sabotaging peace efforts after the head of government delegation to the Tumaini initiative declared the process as dead. The Council of Ministers of Central Equatorial State has approved a draft budget of 72.3 billion South Sudan pound for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. And a joint security force in Melud County, Upper Nile State, has recovered a stolen property belonging to a local company in Paloch Payam. That's the end of iRadio Morning News. If there is a story or an event you'd like iRadio to cover or report about, please send us a text message at +211 925 287 It's also our WhatsApp number. Follow us on X at iRadio Juba, like our Facebook page iRadio, subscribe to our YouTube channel at iRadio South Sudan. You can also visit our website and listen to us online at www.iradio.org. Stay tuned for the news in Arabic at 8 o'clock. I am Lasuba Memo. Thanks for listening.
Your voice matters more than you know. Every time you call iRadio, every time you share your perspective,